How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com. Connect you on Wednesday, December the 18th, as we get this video to you every around this time. Have your free pick winner in just a second. Total of 9 free selections for you today. Have your free pick winner in just a second here today. In college basketball, let's give it to you between Georgia Tech and UMBC. We also have a lot of football free selections. We have a football free selection between California, UNLV, and I have 4 NHL free selections, all on the same video for you. Hello, I'm Indian Cowboy. Welcome to the Daily Indian Cowboy Show. And Indian Cowboy's been around for 19 years. The algorithms of Indian Cowboy have been around for 19 years. Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. That is how these algorithms work. Welcome to my free daily podcast. And our best selections over at DocSports.com under Arun Shiva, Indian Cowboy. We, of course, have a very popular YouTube premium teaching channel for $20 a month. You get a live show every single day, Monday through Sunday. We try to get it to you between 9 p.m. and midnight. If we can't get it to you, we try to get it to you at 12 p.m. the next day. And if we don't, we hook you up with a premium selection, which is always great. So it's an unbelievable deal. You get 240 games or 8 games a day. 240 games all for just $20 a month, recorded podcasts. You can re-listen anytime. You get a written summary at the end, including my favorite selection, and you get a 12-hour head start before anybody else. So if you want free, and so be sure to jump on that. Probably one of the best deals out there. And if you want free $60 worth of premium selections, be sure to look into our the comments section. And you'll see the link to how to get a free $60 worth of premium selection. If you want even more content, be sure to check my Twitter. It has our latest videos. Our most recent updates are posted there as well. And what do I need to tell you so far as premium selections are concerned? We did sweep the board in basketball yesterday. We won our NBA selection on the Oklahoma City and the Bucks under. We also won our college basketball selection yesterday on Southern plus the 25 over Ole Miss. That makes back-to-back college basketball winners, as that was the 4-unit winner on Tuesday. The 4-unit winner on Monday was behind South Alabama plus the 12.5 over TCU. So we'll try to make it 3 straight college ball winners. NBA, nice winner yesterday. Obviously, NBA is on a break today, but NBA is back tomorrow. We'll try to make it back-to-back winners there. Hockey on a 6-2 run. We fell short yesterday, but we will bounce back. Looking forward to today's selection. I really like it. I think we're going to win in college basketball, NBA, and hockey today. Soccer, by the way, is on a 4-0 run for plus 1,600. Another easy winner yesterday, 14-5 run in soccer now for plus 3080. Daily props, 31-17 on the season for plus 5,000. We'll have a prop tomorrow. So looking forward to our football, college basketball, NBA. Football, by the way, 3 straight winning weeks. And the football card will come out tomorrow. So football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, soccer, MMA, and daily props. The MMA 3-0 sweep last week as well. And horse racing, by the way, the horse racing, we went plus 3,000 last week, which is pretty incredible. So I hope you join us for the horse racing as well. We went plus 3,000 from the breeders. All right, let's get to your. By the way, your 4-unit college ball selection today. You'll like it between Michigan and Oklahoma. Your premium selection and 4-unit hockey selection. It's the 4-unit hockey selection is there to try to go to a 7-2 run. All right, here we go. Let's get to your first game today. Your free play today is going to be between Georgia Tech and UMBC. 1 second here as I sort of write some stuff down, which will help me out a little bit here. But, I like Georgia Tech today. I think Georgia Tech will have some success today. Damon Stoudemire's team has lost 3 in a row, so they need to win. Okay, they need to win, and they need to get back on track here. They just come off a brutal stretch of games. They lost Oklahoma by 15. They lost to North Carolina by 3. They lost to Northwestern by 11. And it's not a bad team. They lost to Georgia by 8. And this is a team that now plays UMBC. I know they have Duke on deck, but keep in mind that UMBC has not played a team in the top. First of all, they haven't even played anybody in the top 200 all year, nevertheless beat them. They did play Georgetown, which I take back. They did lose to Georgetown by 24, but Georgia Tech comes into this game angry. And this is the same UMBC team, by the way, I forgot, that lost to Penn State 54-103. I think Georgia Tech is a very desperate team, very angry team, and they'll want to go into this game playing well before they play Duke, and I'll take them minus the 15 to 15.5 here as your free play selection. Your next selection is Citadel and Vanderbilt. I like Vanderbilt. This is the weakest team that Vanderbilt has played so far, and I understand there's no massive motivation here for Vanderbilt, But I will tell you that Vandy is a very good team. Obviously, they're coached by Mike Byington, who came over from James Madison when he won 32 games, and the dude's already 9-1. This team beat TCU by 9 points in the last game. They beat Tennessee Tech 87-56, and I have Tennessee Tech in the Citadel roughly the same spot. And the only close game was sort of against Jackson State outside of a top 300 team. But this team is getting together. They're playing really well. And not that against the Citadel, they might get up for this game, but they lost to Central Arkansas and Campbell, and they lost to Campbell by nearly 28 points. And Campbell is one of the worst teams in the country. So if you can lose to one of the worst teams in the country, who's a top 300 team, why can't you lose to a Vanderbilt top 70 team by that same margin? Give me Vanderbilt. And moving on here. So, yeah, give me Vanderbilt there. As far as your game in your next game here, I'm writing the timestamps as I go along to make it easier for me. Alabama and North Dakota. Dude, I still like Alabama here. This is the weakest team that Bama has played. And I think Alabama's going to, in a while at least, the weakest team that Bama's played in a while. No, this is the weakest team Alabama has played. They haven't played anybody outside the top 300 so far. The closest one is UNC Asheville. They're top 200, and they beat them by 40 points. So I think this is going to be a long day for North Dakota. I got nothing but love for North Dakota. They've lost 3 in a row coming in, but they haven't played anybody in the top 100. And keep in mind, this team lost to Utah Valley by 23 points, and Utah Valley is ranked in the top 200. Alabama, at the end of the day, is a top 10 offense and a top 40 defense. I think there's a chance Alabama could roll by as much as 35 here. I think it could be an ugly, ugly game. All right, so lean on Alabama there. Moving on to the next game, which is Memphis versus Virginia. I like Virginia here, and I'm not trying to shock you here, but I think a couple things going on here. Number one, I think this could be a letdown spot for Memphis coming off their huge win in their last contest, and lots of pressure on Coach Sanchez here as well. And I think they've had a couple of better results lately too. And because all the pressure on him, or else he might get fired. He might not even make it through the season. Memphis did beat Clemson on the road in their last game. But remember, Memphis also lost to Arkansas State the game before, and they only beat Louisiana Tech by 10. And they only beat UNLV by 6. And I understand Virginia is not playing well right now. I mean, I shouldn't say that. They don't have a great record right now. They're 6-4. But this team did recently play SMU, and they didn't play that bad against SMU. It was 28-30 at the half. And they were actually up going into the fourth, the last 10 minutes of that game, and they only scored 6 points. This is an absolute must-win. I think they're going to frustrate. I think Virginia has still got a really good defense, top 50. They can frustrate them here, and it's a really good public fade. I'm going to surprise you, and I'm going to take Virginia here. Now, your football lean here between California and UNLV, I still like, the line is moving a lot towards UNLV, and whenever new coaches come, whenever a coaching change happens, typically when your coach gets fired or whatever, the teams have a tendency to be kumbaya and kind of get back into the, they come together as a team. But I don't think that's the case here. California here, Justin Wilcox lost the Independence Bowl last year. He's a decent coach. This team is 6-6. This team comes off a really bad loss to SMU, and I think they're going to bounce back well after that loss. No one is giving California much of a chance here, but California lost 6-38 to SMU. That's a bad loss. But this team actually played. They beat Wake Forest. They beat Oregon State. They beat San Diego State, and they beat Stanford. I got nothing against UNLV. They lost 7-21 against Boise State, and maybe they come together as a squad, and maybe these assistant coaches get together a good plan. But Wilcox lost his last bowl game, and even though California's got a new quarterback here, I think he plays somewhat well. Small lean on California here. Moving on to the NHL, Philadelphia versus Detroit in the NHL. I like the over here between Philadelphia and Detroit here. So a couple things here. The last game they just played was 4-1 and Philly won, and Detroit's put up 4, 1, and 6 goals as of late. So with the revenge angle, I think Detroit does well, and they can push the tempo, and I like the over there. As it relates to Toronto and Dallas in the NHL, I like Dallas here. Toronto beat this team, and they've won 5 in a row coming in, and I think that's going to motivate a good team like Dallas. Remember, Toronto's won 5 in a row in this series. 6 in a row in this series. Toronto comes off a nice win against Buffalo, 5-3, but they are also 3-3 over the last 6. And Dallas does come in beating Washington and St. Louis in their last game. I think Dallas is tired of losing to this team, man, and I'm going to back Dallas here. As far as your next game is concerned in hockey, and I've really tried to slow down how fast I talk. So, between Vancouver and Utah, I like the under here. I think Vancouver could have a letdown here, and I like the fact that Utah comes off back-to-back wins, so they could have a letdown too. I understand the total is only 5.5 here. I get that. I like the fact that Vancouver comes off a 3-1 win against Colorado. They haven't put together back-to-back wins since November 29th, December 1st, almost 3 weeks. And you combine that with Utah coming off back-to-back wins against Colorado and San Jose. I don't trust Utah for another amazing effort today, if you will. And I think they might have a little bit of a letdown too. So I'm going to take a shot at the under there. All right. So as far as your next game is concerned, and that is finally Winnipeg and Anaheim. I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to take Anaheim plus the 1.5 or even plus the 2 or whatever you can get them, plus 2.5 if it's not too bad. Winnipeg has won this series 8 times in a row. That's wild. Okay, they've won this 8 times in a row. Winnipeg comes off a nice win against San Jose and Montreal. They do have Minnesota on deck, but they haven't won 3 in a row in a while. I can't tell you the last time Winnipeg's won 3 in a row. Yeah, it would be early November when they won 3 in a row. Okay, Anaheim did beat Columbus 4-3 as a plus 156 dog. They only lost to Toronto 2-3 as a plus 358 dog, and they only lost to Montreal 2-3 as a plus 132 dog. I think that's worth a shot here on Anaheim plus the 1.5 or plus the 2 or whatnot. And that, my friends, is your 9 free selections today. A nice motley crew here of college basketball, NBA, hockey, and college football. I will have all your football videos up for you probably sometime tomorrow. It'll include NFL Week 16, and I'll try to have some bowl content in there for you as well. Please sure to jump on all of our premium subscriptions, and especially YouTube Premium, where you get to hang out with me every night. What could be better, right? Please take a moment to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Indian Cowboy, working hard for you every single day.